sweet friends, welcome back. If you're new here, hi, my name is Amy and welcome to simplyrhome. We are continuing my fall decorating series and this is actually the third video. If you happen to miss my prior two videos, we were over in our kitchen, we decorated our breakfast nook, and then we continued to decorate in the rest of the kitchen. So if you missed those, I can have either of those linked down below individually, and then here at the end, you can click on my entire fall 2024 decorating series playlist. If you are new, I would love if you would consider subscribing before you go. And as always, if you enjoyed today's video, I'd appreciate a big thumbs up and maybe even a share over on your socials. That really would help me out. As far as today goes, we are switching gears from the kitchen into our living room, and I'm going to separate it into two parts as well. For part one today, I want to share some of the new finds that we have in the space since we last decorated it together, and I'll also be bringing in some new items that I'm super excited for you to see. As far as fall decorating, I'm super excited to decorate the cabinet or bookshelf behind me for the first time for fall. So we're going to be decorating it from top to bottom. So I hope that this gives you lots of decorating and fall decor inspiration. All right, friends, well, let's go ahead and get into today's video. I hope you enjoy. The last time we decorated our living room together, this is how the room looked. We decided to make a few minor changes, starting with the windows. To add more warmth and texture, we decided to swap out our existing mini blinds for the same gorgeous wooden bamboo shades that I found from Amazon. I had Scott help to install these in our dining room earlier this year, and then just last month, he repeated the process all over again here in our living room. I love the dramatic change and the look of the room just by adding the warmth of the wood. This is how the room looks when the shades are fully extended, but now during the day I like to raise them all the way up to allow the most light into the room. Not only would this brighten the room, but I've read that it has many health benefits as well. Letting more natural light into your space helps to increase energy levels, improving productivity. It increases vitamin D production, which will improve your immune system and keep the circadian rhythm balanced, resulting in better sleep at night. So if you haven't already, I encourage you today to let that sunshine into your room. So another change in the room that we recently made is that we switched out this rather large wingback chair for this cozy green bouquet material swivel chair from Target. I love that it fits the style of our existing furniture a little bit better, and it also has a smaller profile. Plus, it has that swivel functionality so that we can rotate it around and still be able to see the TV if necessary. Recently, I spotted a round mango wood accent table at TJ Maxx and couldn't resist bringing it home to nestle right next to our new chair. I think it's a great addition to the space, and it will be a perfect place to add maybe a seasonal flower, a candle, and it makes a great place to sit down and drink while we cozy up next to the fire. The last new piece that I'm so excited to share with you is this gorgeous new floor lamp from Magnolia. It was in their new release from their fall collection, and unfortunately, it is already sold out. I will go ahead and leave a link to the Lucinda task lamp with the woven shade, as well as a link for the Lucia floor lamp that is very similar. I just love this lamp. Its artistic curves in the brass and the wicker scallop shade is just perfect. And I just can't believe how well it complements our new bamboo shades. Alright, so now that I've shared all the new additions to our living room, it's time to move on to some fall decorating. Like I had mentioned, this is the first time I'm getting to decorate the bookshelf cabinet for fall. We purchased it just after the new year, and I have loved decorating it seasonally, and I cannot wait to change out the decor and make it cozy for this fall. As always, I will try my best to link everything that I decorate with as well as the cabinet, but one of the selling features for me was that it has lights. Those are finally working really nice now, and then it also has this drawer at the bottom, which I like to store all of our most loved board games. To start out, I grabbed this woven picnic basket from Target. I love its size and texture and all the little details, including the faux leather strap. I'm going to add it to one side of the top of the cabinet. Then I'm going to fill it with these colorful leaf stems from Hobby Lobby and a couple of white pumpkins nestled back inside to create a fall focal point, drawing your eye instantly upward. When I start to decorate any open or closed shelving, I typically bounce around from side to side and top to bottom. So now I'm going to pop down to the bottom, and what I like to use on the bottom shelf especially is a stack of decorative boxes. These baskets are the ones that I'll be using for fall. I think they bring in a warmth to the space, and I love the specific ones here that I got off of Amazon. They come as a set of 3, and for storage, they all nestle inside each other, so it makes storing them really nice as well. So I'm just going to stack the boxes here on the lower shelf. As I gather decor pieces for the shelves, I try to have an assortment of items that are in the same color family. Then I like to crisscross a decor piece in the same color to the opposite side to create a balanced look. So I'm coming in with this burnt scalloped edge bowl that I got from HomeGoods. Continuing with a decor piece in that same color family, I'm creating a zigzag placement, which further helps to move your eye throughout the cabinet. I also chose 2 matching vessels to offset the singular bowl. Both of these vessels were also a HomeGoods find. Alright, so moving right along, staying at the top shelf, I like to add some type of seasonal artwork to add interest, more color variety, and to produce a layered look. This print here came from Michaels in their fall shop called Give Thanks. It was one of my favorite collections that they had this year. If you happen to miss my Michaels shop with me, I'll go ahead and have it linked down below. So I'm going to go ahead and place this along the back of the shelf so that I can come back in a little later and place some items in front, creating that layered look. Since it is fall, of course we have to add a pumpkin, so I thought this bleached woven style pumpkin that I've had for several years would help to bounce that lighter color down to the second shelf. Another tip that I have for you when you're styling your shelves is to always take a step back. So as I do this, I don't particularly like the look of 2 singular items on the same shelf. So we definitely will be revisiting this to change things up. Again, as you see, I'm doing that same crisscross method, only this time I'm choosing a decor piece that is a lighter color. I decided on this DIY aged plate, which I can link the video where I shared the technique, that I'll place on the bottom shelf as a backdrop, that I'll later bring in a contrasting color decor piece that will make it pop rather than just get lost within all of the decor. Taking my color inspiration from the artwork, I'm grabbing these 2 mustardy yellow vessels that I picked up on clearance from Hobby Lobby to fill in the last empty shelf. This first one I got a great deal on. I love all of its detail in the handles. It's the largest one, and then I'm also coming in with the smaller one that has cute little handles on the side as well, a little bit of dimpling to add some texture. And again, I got these at great prices, so definitely don't overlook clearance items in any decor store. I also wanted to quickly point out the reasoning in the placement of the vessel set. For the top ones, I set the tallest vessel along the outside edge of the cabinet, which creates a triangle leading your eye towards the center. And then I just reversed this technique for the yellow vessels. Now that the majority of larger pieces are in place, it's time to start adding some layering smaller decor pieces. So to that top shelf, I'm bringing in this wheat stack that I got from HomeGoods along with a white pumpkin that I picked up from Hobby Lobby. Alright, so moving to that last spot that is empty, I grabbed this potted succulent plant that I picked up last year from Threshold, and I think it's nice because it complements the same kind of handles that the vessels right next to it has. And then I'm going to come in with a couple of gold candle holders, one with a twisted candle and another one that is a little taller that I'll sneak in behind for a more collected look. Next, like I mentioned before, I wanted a contrasting decor piece to set in front of the plate. So I grabbed this modern brown candlestick holder with its organic shape and color draws your attention instantly. Moving back to that wooden bowl, a solution for those 2 singular objects on the same shelf is to add a book underneath and then add some greenery. I have found that this natural organic touch instantly will bring everything together, creating a more aesthetically pleasing arrangement every time. Alright, well that was all of my thought processes and reasonings for placing decor and styling this cabinet for fall. So now let's quickly take a look at how it turned out. Alright, sweet friends, that pretty much wraps up part 1, decorating here in our living room. And I hope that you will be back for part 2 when we continue to decorate the rest of the room and I reveal the entire process and room with you. That will be on Saturday, so I hope to see you back. Now, one of my favorite things to do is end our time together by going to God's Word. Today, I'm going to be reading from Romans chapter 10, verses 11 through 13. As Scripture says, anyone who trusts in Him will never be put to shame. For there is no difference between Jew and Gentile. The same Lord is Lord of all and richly blesses all who call on Him. For everyone who calls on the name of the Lord will be saved. I thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope that you did find this enjoyable or helpful in some way. And if you did, I'd appreciate a big thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button on your way out if you haven't already. I will see you next time with more decorating here in our living room. Take care and God bless. Bye, friends.